Hey everyone, we're back for another workout of the day. Today is a 20-minute AMRAP, so as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. It is called Sour Apples. So it is going to be 5 push presses, 10 ab rollers, 15 box jumps, and 20 renegade rows. So we're going to go through all of those movements and the modifications, and then you can get started. So the first movement we are going to do is our push press. So we're going to start with the barbell and then move to other options. So if you have a barbell, you can either start on a rack, or you can clean it off the floor. So if you're going to clean it off the floor, make sure you use good form. Make sure you're using a weight that you can do 5 push presses in a row with. It shouldn't be too heavy, especially because it's a 20-minute AMRAP. We want to make sure that even in fatigue, we can keep good form. So if we're going to clean the barbell off the ground, we're going to clean it and we're going to rack it on top of our shoulders. So I am not holding this here with my hands. It is resting on my shoulders. That's very, very important. We want to kind of bring our elbows up and out so that we create a nice shelf for it to sit on. So I mean, essentially I could sit here all day because I'm not holding it. It's just resting on my shoulders. We're going to be about hip width apart with our legs, our feet, and we are going to be slightly pointed outward with our toes. And we're going to come down into a quarter squat, pushing our knees out, not forward, so we come nice and straight down. And then we're going to use the momentum from our legs to push the barbell overhead. So we're going to come down into that quarter squat and push really hard. And then we're going to bring our head up through at the top. We're going to make sure our arms are nice and stacked on top of our shoulders and everything is nice and straight and tight. And we're going to come back down. And like I said, and then just from the side view, knees out. Oh, that was a push jerk. Sorry. One more time. Push up at the top. Some things to avoid is one, holding it here. If your elbows are down and straight, you're most likely just holding it here and it's going to pull your body forward. So in order to get that good leg drive, to get the barbell overhead, we want to make sure it's sitting on top of our shoulders so everything can be stacked. So the other thing is we really want like a tight core the whole time. Everything should be nice and straight with our back. Everything should be stacked. We also want to make sure we come outward with our knees, not forward. I see this a lot. So from the side view, here is my toes forward and my knees coming forward. You see how my body naturally rocks forward, creating an uneven, unsupported body here. So if I bring my knees outward, right, I'm just coming straight up and down. I'm able to use that leg drive straight up to push that barbell overhead. Okay, so if you don't have a barbell but you have dumbbells, you can do this either with 1 or 2. So if you're doing it with 2, you're going to stack it here just like you were with the barbell. One half of it is on your shoulders, and you're going to do the same movement coming out and pushing up overhead, really making sure that your arms are straight at the top. Or you can use 1 dumbbell at a time and do 5 on each side. And again, make sure straight up and down. If you don't have a dumbbell, and again, these are all different weights, so you can modify to a comfortable weight for you. Some of the different options are more for what you feel comfortable with or what equipment you have. So if you have resistance bands at home, you're just going to do a strict press. So we're not going to worry about that push press. We're just going to push straight up overhead, keeping everything tight and straight. And 5 on each side for that. Okay, so the next movement is going to be our ab roller. ab rollers, awesome ab workout. But what I want to make sure that when you're using the ab roller, you're using it correctly, right? So what I mean by that is the ab roller is just what it is. It's you're using your abs to roll out and roll in. So we're not trying to pull and push with our arms. We want our arms to be straight. We're going to roll out as far as we can into like a plank position on the roller and squeezing those abs and using them to come pull yourself back. Modification is just not going out as far. You just want to be on your knees. You want to try to not to be on your feet, but you can if you need a little extra support. You can also do, so another modification would be inchworms. So you can do inchworms and switch hands, or if you have sliders, so you can do this 2 ways. You can use and really squeezing your abs, and you don't have to come up. I mean, flexibility is a thing here too. So if you can't really be so flexible where you can come up all the way, like you don't have to, but just, use those abs. Or you can be in a bear crawl position. So I don't want your butt up. I want it to be down, and you can slide back and forth, squeezing the abs the whole time, but in that low bear crawl position. Okay, box jumps. So with box jumps, we're going to set up at the box, facing the box, and be pretty close to the box. We're going to jump fully and completely on top of the box with 2 feet. So my feet are totally on top of the box. I'm not hanging off as I land. I'm landing in this quarter squat position, and then I'm going to stand up at the top. So what we don't want is a full squat position. That's just, well, one, it looks really silly, and 2, it's just really bad for your hips and your knees. As someone who just had hip surgery, I really suggest not doing that. So we want to jump high on top of the box with 2 feet, nice soft landing. Modification, different heights, also step up. So we're going to put 1 foot completely and fully on top of the box, not hanging off. Use this leg to step up all the way before we push. Put the other foot down, step back down, switch feet, fully, completely on top of the box. The next thing we have is the renegade rows. So for this, let me move this. Okay. So for the renegade rows, you're gonna need 2 dumbbells, right? And I'll show you first facing you. So you're gonna set up so that your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your feet are gonna be back. You're gonna be in kind of a push-up position, but I want you to, it's gonna feel weird, but I want you to set your legs nice and wide to create like a really stable platform, because what we want to do is we're going to row back and forth, but as we row, what we don't want is our whole body to move. So really, essentially, you should be squeezing every part of your body. This is going to work your abs, your legs, your glutes, your arms. It is a total body workout, and if it's not, then something is loose, and you really have to focus on what part is loose. So again, nice and wide. We want our butt down and straight, not up. And again, no rocking back and forth. It should just be coming up to about 90-degree angle on each side, and really concentrating on staying still. So now you can use different weights to adjust to your level. You can also use a band. So using a band like this or tying a band together, you can march back and forth, and you can also do shoulder taps. And just really making sure that even without the weight, you're really squeezing and really making sure the butt is down, that everything is working, everything is squeezing, keeping you nice and stable and not moving. The only thing that should be moving is your arms. So those are all the movements, and you're going to keep going through all those movements until your 20 minutes is up and see how many rounds you can get. So good luck.